It's a warm one. So, I am down here by the beach. There's my Starlink. And I got a little fire going because the mosquitoes and the horseflies are, oh my gosh, crazy, which is weird living by peat bog. So, anyways, I come down here because I got this popple tree that I don't want anymore. So it's going to go bye-bye, and then I'm going to try to go out and trim that branch off. So it is affecting my internet just a little bit. So I'm going to go out there and lop that off with the chainsaw. And I got this DeWalt chainsaw, which I've had for quite some time, but it only came with a 12-inch bar on it and chain. So I got doing some research on the old internet there and realized that I could put a bigger Oregon brand bar and chain on it. So you just get a 14 or 16 inch and it doesn't affect the power. Actually, I think this thing cuts a lot better now. But yeah, 14-inch bar from Oregon and a S52 chain. You got to get an S52 chain. And yeah, this thing. So I will set the camera up somewhere where it's not going to get squashed, and I will show you how well this thing cuts. So I'll be right back. Go. I can show you guys to see a little bit. I'll keep these darn mosquitoes away. Chain got too loose, I wasn't paying attention. Wah, wah, wah. All right, always check your tightness of your chain, and careful you don't pull little saplings in there. That's what happened. Chainsaw's fine. I'm gonna remove this tree. Well, not so much remove it as knock it down, let it dry out, and then cut it up for firewood. It's still good. There, that's a good wedge. There we go. That, my friends, is exactly where I wanted it to go. So yeah, I'll let that dry out and cut it up for firewood next year. All right, it might be a little hard to hear me once I get out there, but I'm going to start venturing out to cut that branch off. Gotta figure out how to get there. Alright, this should be fun. Not nerve-wracking at all. Good news is there appears to be pretty good solid bottom under the peat. So it's only about 4 feet deep ish. Okay. Whew, doggies. Oh, my pants. Okay. This little guy. There we go. Whew. Well, hopefully that it's like a big bowl of jello. Must be a rock right there, the first spot. But yeah, hopefully this will just help the internet quite a bit. I ain't going out there to cut any more of those branches down, I can tell you that. So yeah, Starlink is in the open now. So I'm going to try to get off this log without falling in. So yeah, I knocked that down, and I'm gonna cut this little sapling off. That should be pretty much golden now. Some pretty flowers. But yeah, wasn't sure how deep that was or any of that stuff, so kind of made me a little bit nervous. Whew. It was warm. I gotta have this fire going to keep the mosquitoes at bay. But yeah, it's really coming together here. And tell you what, living in the schoolie's fun. I love it, but it's getting a little bit cramped. So I'm gonna do an upgrade. I came across these sheds that people are turning into tiny homes. So I'm hoping on the 23rd of this month to place my order. It'll be 36 foot by 16 feet by, I think the peak of the roof's like 9 feet. It'll be double lofted. Mine and Catherine's bedroom loft, whatever you want to call it, is 12 foot by 16. And then Kate's is going to be 8 foot by 16, and that'll be kind of over the kitchen. Out of here, mosquito. So yeah, real excited about that. You know, it's not finished on the inside, which is great because I get to build it the way I want to build it, and Catherine, she's helping. So it's gonna be a little bit of expensive finishing it out, unfortunately, but well worth it. So yeah, I'm hoping to place the order, like I said, on the 23rd, and then it'll be here first, maybe second week of September. So real excited about that, and hopefully you guys join me for the adventure. But and also I'm gonna mount the solar panels and actually run 2 separate solar chargers to charge the battery bank, which I will continue to expand on the battery bank. And I'm just using deep cell lead acid batteries. Unfortunately, the LiPo 4 lithium batteries are just not in my price range. Yeah, I would love to have some. I would love to review some and tell you guys, you know, this is what you should get. But just not in the budget right now. Too much stuff going on. So yeah, I slowly getting everything gathered up. I moved my solar panels, and I realized that, you know, I was still getting the same amount of voltage. So I did a little bit of better research online, and I come to realize that I didn't have them angled right. So, you know, I was under the impression that I'm at the 46th parallel, so they need to be at 46 degrees. That's not even remotely close. It's 15 degrees less than where you are. So if you're at the 50th parallel, you need to be at, what is it, 35 degrees, something like that. So I come across this little calculator deal online, and it tells you, you put in your zip code or use your location with your phone or whatever, and it tells you what angle to put it at. So I did that and realized that, yeah, I was at the wrong angle. They actually need to be at sorry, there we go, about 34.1 degrees of an angle right now because of the sun. And I also have my 100-watt solar panel out charging my Rock Pals. So that's 100 watts. It's really cloudy today, and I'm getting 13 watts out of it. At 1% of power after an hour. That's terrible. But yeah, unfortunately, it's real cloudy. There's the sun. There's a big storm coming, so it's oops. Oh well, fix that later. It's not optimal, to say the least. Here's the chickens. Loving their new spot. I gave them shade. Focus on the chickens. No? Yeah. Maybe it'll focus like this. There we go. Got them a new water thing. I painted it green so I can keep the algae from growing. I do got to build them a nesting box. They won't need it for a little bit, but you know. And there's Dakota. She's in her kennel right now because she likes to chase after the ducks. Yeah. But yeah, so you know, it's there we go, slowly coming together. Yeah, might have a nice view because the house of it. So I measured it out, and if I put it right in there, I'll be able to get to the dog kennel with no issue without having to move it. And my deck door will be right here by the Powerade. And I'm going to build a probably a 16 by 20-ish screened in deck, so Catherine and I can sit out here and have coffee and not get eaten alive by mosquitoes and view the wildlife. So yeah, that's going to be pretty cool. But yeah, you know, it's coming together. It really is. So we'll talk to you guys next time. It's Ryan with Ryan Outdoors, and thank you guys all for everything.